This is Cindy with Quantum Kaleidoscope. How is everyone doing today? Hope you're doing well. How was the last week or so? Hopefully you raised up to the challenge. I'm sure it's been hard. Probably things have been unexpectedly coming up, but we're heading into some great new times, right? And new beginnings. And so just as I was, I don't know, kind of setting up, I had music on and I was playing a song a lot like in the spring, and it hasn't come up just playing YouTube or whatever hasn't come up, but I don't know, but Michael Bublé's like Feeling Good came up. So I don't know, man. If you're not feeling good, yeah, you're gonna be. I feel like there's some new beginnings. If you don't know that song, or even if you do know that song, I don't know, man. It pumped me up. So I feel like we're gonna get some good messages. Today is 10/10, so we're in the 10/10 portal. Okay, so October 10th, 2020. Okay, so we are, right when I said that, I was 111 into this video. But, okay, so 10/10, I take that as, like all 10s are endings, but they're also new beginnings. And the 10s is kind of in that you're not quite in your new beginning, but you can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do today is that, like, I'm going to do like a general kind of collective about like, what are some exciting things that are coming up right now? Okay. What is something to get really excited at? And like, what is some guidance in order to really bring in, this energy, this new beginning? Okay. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to get too much into astrology and like what has been happening. I will be finishing the rest of the signs for the Jupiter direct. So that'll come out sometime. But there are a few signs out, so feel free to check that because I mean, Jupiter is a slow moving planet, so I mean, I think people are starting to see signs of what is coming ahead. Okay, so get excited. All right. So what can we tell anyone who's drawn to watch this reading? What can we help them help stay in highest vibration and on their truest path? What can they get excited about, okay, as they step into this 10/10 portal today? Okay. So I'm using Sherlock Holmes deck, okay, which has usually been my deck that's kind of been a little harsh. It's like if something is, iffy going on, it might tell me. But I'm gonna try using this deck because it seems to be the only real full deck I have around for some reason. Anyway, okay. So what we have, okay, is so the theme that's going on. Okay, is what do we have here? Okay, I think this is the Eight of Swords. Let me look at this. It is. Okay, so I don't know how new filling that up, so I don't know how well this is going to show up. Okay, so this is the Eight of Swords. So this is being trapped in your head. Okay, so I mean, this is the theme though, is about finally getting out of this. Okay, the whole trick to this is that you have the power. Okay, these are all just thoughts. Okay, things that you were trapping yourself in. Like how, like I mean, at this point, like it's showing him he's kind of like passed out. Like he probably was knocked out at some point. Probably in a battle and tied up. And so in this case, all he has to do is really wake up, and realize that he can get himself out of this. He's not really tied fairly tightly. Okay? So the theme is that if you've been overthinking about something, what action to do or whatever the case is, this is going to be a theme of finally being able to move forward. Okay? Like, I mean, he can't stay there. Like, in this case, he can get burned. Okay, so the path that's influencing right now. So something you've learned, something you can take moving forward, okay, is the Two of Cups. Okay, so there seems like there's been something that you've been trapped in your head about a relationship. Okay, I mean, it doesn't have to be romantic, it can be a friendship, but I mean, this is seeing eye to eye with somebody else. This is saying that it's mutual. Okay, so something in the past is like, either it's about in general about relationships and, you know, maybe what you want in partnerships, you know, and you've been kind of trapped in your head and thoughts about like what you do moving forward, right? You know, or you've met somebody recently, you know, and this is about like, you know, making that offer, you know, like whether it's, you know, a date, you know, whether it's like a marriage proposal, like it really depends on where you are in this relationship. But it's something that you've been stuck in your head about. Okay? But you've learned something in the recent past that's influencing you. It's either what you want in relationships, what you want in partnerships, what you want in friendships. Okay, you know, or knowing that there is somebody around you, okay, and it's mutual. Something is beginning to bloom, okay. And what you have in the present, okay, is, I believe this would be a knight. This is Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is planning. Like, I mean, I would also encourage you, if you're getting your own intuitive, like, I always encourage, okay, you know, the best way to like look at these readings is actually to learn tarot, okay, because you can get your own guidance, you know, like I can say that this is about something, but you could say something else because you know tarot, you take your own kind of messages, right? You know, so I mean, if you got like these images are, you know, because it's Sherlock Holmes, you know, it's very, you know, this is Peeler technically, which is a knight and Knight of Pentacles, okay, and so, you know, this is about, you know, not all knights go past the finish line. Most of them don't. You know, they get distracted, you know. But the Knight of Pentacles, you know, he gets the guy. He gets the person, you know, he gets what he's like. So, you know, if he's been planning it out, crossing his T's, you know, dotting his I's, you know, being like, okay, I know who this is and I'm gonna get them, you know. And so, you know, even if it's been kind of slow, okay, and it probably has been, especially if you've been trapped in your head, okay, things have been going slow, it is well thought out, okay, so that you can get to your goal, your destination, whatever that might be, okay. So the challenge, okay, is we have the Emperor, okay, which is actually, I'm pretty confident in this deck, like this is actually what Sherlock Holmes is, okay, and where they have it as the prince consort, okay, but this is major arcana, so this is the first major arcana here, okay, so this could be a challenge with a boss, for example, but the Emperor is also the king of all the kings, you know, if he is Sherlock Holmes, right, you know, and so like, you know, he thinks things through, you know, so I mean, the challenge definitely is about taking action. Okay? The king of all the kings, you know, Sherlock Holmes, you know, knows what he needs to do to get things done, what is just. Okay? So I feel like there's been a lot of planning, so much so that it's probably detrimental. You know, like, you know, maybe he's thinking about how to save Watson here, for example, you know, but is running out of time, you know. But I mean, again, you know, this is representing you. It's like you get your own self out of here, you know, because, you know, maybe there's too stuck in thought. Anyway, so either there's a challenge that you're dealing with. Okay, so there's definitely, you're dealing with another person. Okay, so it's either you deciding what you want to do, or there's somebody, like you're dealing with a boss, partnership, something that you want. Anyways, let's keep going. Okay, So your spiritual guide, your spiritual lesson, your, higher self, your, being yelled at. Okay. So I did, wait, okay, I did just pick us up upside down. Well, it doesn't matter, okay? So the Nine of Swords. Okay, this is your guidance. Okay, in a lot of essence. Okay, so we have the Eight of Swords to the Nine of Swords. Okay, so Nine of Swords is like sleepless nights, it's, overthinking, it's anxiety, and so it did come out in reverse because I picked up the deck in reverse, but regardless, your spiritual guidance is never just be overthinking or being trapped, okay? It is about a progress, okay? Getting out of that Eight of Swords, energy, taking action on whatever you've been planning on, okay? Probably whatever it is to do with this partnership or this, friendship or this potential love or this something that, like, I mean, it can be about work, of course, because you have the Pentacles and you have, like, I mean, if you are a boss, for example, this can be the challenges yourself, Anyways, and so there is, I do think that you are getting in your own way, so the guidance is to, if you don't start taking action on something that is really well thought out, okay? And I think, like, I mean, if you're trying to offer something, to somebody else, friendship, or, like a romantic offer, or like working it, like, that it's mutual kind of thing, right? You planned it out, you thought it out, okay? And so the warning here is that, look, he's like just giving up, and just lying there. And a lot of times it could be because, like, maybe he missed out on saving Watson, maybe, like whatever, maybe like the smoke got, too much smoke inhalation and like collapsed, So, I mean, the guidance is really to get out of your thought, because if you stay in that Eight of Swords energy, which is, again, you telling yourself things that may not even be real, okay? Like that you can't do something, or that, like, this is not mutual, even though there's guidance saying it is, but, like, if you stay in that stuck energy, the Eight of Swords becomes the Nine of Swords, and that becomes real threats, real thoughts, okay? So you need to take action, okay, on whatever it is, or you're gonna miss this opportunity, you're gonna not save the day. Like, I don't know, Okay, so the unexpected, okay, is the Eight of Wands, I think, yes. So I do like, in this deck, right, like, so Eight of Wands is about fast movement, it can be about communication, but I really do like how this depiction is pretty, like, it's about a train, it's about movement. So maybe unexpected is that you're gonna have some kind of movement, or maybe there's an opportunity for a trip, or maybe you need to go see somebody, but unexpected is like things are gonna move forward. I think after you get, because this is so well thought out, like you know what is happening, but you're just overthinking, you're getting yourself stuck, you're delaying your abundance, you're delaying your happiness. Like, I mean, well, this thing doesn't look exactly the happiest, but I don't know, I think he's just, okay, I think this guy is just helping the other woman out, and then the person's like back there and kind of like waiting, for, oh, hey, there's the trip, and this is them arriving, and that's the person at the door being like, hey. Anyways, so you might have an unexpected guest, or you might have an opportunity to go somewhere, or there'll be something that is like unexpected, is that things are already in motion, okay? Sorry, my cat's trying to go by. Anyways, your guidance, if you choose to accept it, okay, is the Five of Wands. Okay, So this is about competition. This is about, fighting. Hey, Keenan. There he is. You knock that down. Okay. Yeah, because you can see there, like there's a struggle. Okay, this can be about people not being on the same page, but the guidance here is, fight for what you want. I think there can be like, especially, okay, you're overthinking about something, like there's a chance that you can miss out if you're too slow and they'll become real threats, okay? Because there could be competition, you know? But the guidance is really to fight for what you want, okay? Or I think you're gonna regret it. Okay. So, under the deck, we have the King of Swords. Okay. So the King of Swords is like it's air energy. He's just, he's intellectual, he communicates, he does what's right, like he can be a judge. Okay, so I mean, this is, I think you know what you want, and I think you can get it, okay, if you take the steps that you are needing to do. I don't know, hopefully that was helpful. Okay, what kind of takeaway message can we give? Ooh. Okay, so we have the Knight of Wands. Okay, so that is, see, there's that battle, like, it's like, see, again, when we talk about the knights, let's look at the difference between the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. It's unclear here right now, like, how this battle is, this fight is going to end up. The Knight of Pentacles, he gets the guy. Here, it is unknown. Okay, but the guidance is to go after your passions. Okay, because we also have the Two of Pentacles here. That is change. This is about, in this deck, he's can't look behind him. There's no looking back. Especially if this is about, like, okay, say if is something about taking a trip or moving, because the Knight of Wands can be about movement as well, right? It's like you can't look back. I'm just gonna see what's under this. And then we have the Queen of Wands under here. Okay, so this can be about a fire sign. Three of Cups here too. So Three of Cups is about, reunion, celebration. I don't know, I'm now kind of speechless. Like, I don't know where I'm going on this. Do I want to pull something else? I don't know if that, like, hurt. I don't know if I should pull more. Well, I don't know. It's like 20 minutes in. Anyways, okay. What's the one more message? I'm going to say, like, what is something that we can get, people excited about? Justice. Okay, so the two major arcanas we have are Justice, okay, as well as the Emperor, right? So he's the King of Kings. We also have the King of Swords, right? So he's the master of the energy he represents. So all together, right? Okay, so if this is about, okay, if this can be about partnership, if this can be maybe needing assistance, like maybe you're feeling trapped, okay, and over thoughts because, you don't know what to do, or like because you are needing some kind of justice. So this can be about seeking somebody, okay? But I mean, like, if you don't move faster, to get this done, you know, if this is a legal issue. Okay. These imagined threats can become real threats, you know? But this can also, you know, represent commitment. This can also represent, again, balancing the scales, you know, balancing the thoughts. Okay. And we got the Page of Wands here too. So I don't know how this is going to play out per se. And I don't know if this was helpful. I just keep talking and then I don't know what I say. And then I'm just like, does this make sense? Does this, like, was this 20 minutes of me, like, just rambling? Either way, things are in motion. You know, Saturn has now gone direct. Again, slow moving planets. It's going to take a while for this energy to, like, really speed up. Okay. But you're probably seeing signs. Okay. That things are getting better. You know? And if you're not, keep believing. Okay. Because it's going to come in. You just still got to take the steps you are guided to take in order, you know, to bring this in. You know, again, there's the law of attraction, but there's also the law of action, you know. Anyways, stick with it. Justice is happening. And so the one thing I have to say about justice, okay, is it's also about, you know, again, with Saturn, with karma and everything like that, it's that the right things are happening, whether you like it or not. You know, and with the Eight of Wands, it's kind of like, hold on to your hat. You know, you might lose it because things are going so fast. Okay. But no matter what happens, you know, even if it seems hard at the time, it's like, stick with it. Do what you're guided to do. Okay. You've thought about steps. Okay. Now it's about taking action, stepping into your power, stepping into your, you know, king of all the kings, again, regardless of gender, you know, and you might not see it now, but you will see it in the future. Maybe by, you know, January or something like that, you will see why this is all happening. And so some great things are happening, and get excited. Okay, the more excited you can be, the quicker it's going to come in, really, hopefully. Anyways, have a great one. Yeah, I'm going to try to catch up on some readings and especially finish up those Jupiter ones. Okay, take care.